We've had a slight hiccup in the race to +4, in that I've been out of action for 5 days a week.
Quite a while, yeah, from pretty
Felt
much
like a
Saturday.
really long time.
Pretty much Saturday to now Wednesday, you've been out of action, and I've been able to get out and practice and keep going with this race to +4, so I might have a little bit of an advantage.
I've been really sick, basically. I was away on a work trip. You can potentially still hear it in my voice. And yeah, Cam's been able to get ahead of me a little bit. Now, we were thinking that through the winter, we wanted to set up like a little practice thing indoors, because obviously living in St Andrews, we don't have much space in the flat, but what we do have,
Nice high ceilings.
height. We decided we were going to try and set the indoor practice range up, show you guys what you can do indoors. At the minute, I don't know what you can do indoors.
We're going to test the limits of what you can do indoors.
We don't have a simulator, we don't have anything like that. We don't have a net. We've got a, where is it? We've got a fake patch of grass. This came from like some drop shipping company thing. I saw it online and I was like, yeah, I want that.
Absolutely great though.
I think I bought it like 3 years ago,
yeah,
and it's finally going to get some use. So we're here, we've got a patch of grass, some foam balls, and a dream, and we are going to see if we can build a little indoor practice facility.
I feel like we started at the right time because it's actually like a few weeks until proper winter kicks in.
Yeah.
So we got a few weeks to perfect it. Well, we can still
Before
go
we
outside
really
before
need
we
it.
really need
Yeah.
it, and we need to perfect it to get it in the right spot for a proper winter practice.
Exactly. I'm just about well enough to be swinging a golf swing. Maybe this episode's going to get cut short if I start passing out all over the place, but we're going to try it.
It's okay, better passing out in your living room than at a driving range.
Than at a cold, wet, windy driving range. Here, we've got slippers, we've got blankets, we've got the chocolate that your granny sent us.
Absolutely. I feel like we could do some competitions with these chocolates.
Okay.
Make a bit of
That is the way to get me to practice.
I think
to put
so,
chocolates
yeah.
on the line. That's gonna work. That's gonna get me practicing. You know me very well.
I'll come back with a bag of snacks and I'll be like, in order to get these snacks, what you've got to do is these set of challenges on our driving range.
And I'm just here at like 4 a.m. like, I really want a snack, please. Okay. Let's go try set it up. Okay, so I was just setting up the camera, and in the last 2 minutes of doing that, Cam has done some rather heavy duty moving around of furniture. So this is our starting point.
I feel like we've managed to like make quite a lot of space for such a small
I didn't think
room.
we had this much space in the flat.
Basically we just moved the furniture like into all the corners of the room.
And now we have so much space.
And
Can
now
I
we have
try?
loads of space.
I am pretty sure that there is going to need to be some form of like protection across here, because we also rent this flat, so we need to make sure it's safe and it's not going to cause any damage. I'm kind of nervous.
Hope this ball doesn't like ricochet back at me.
That would be quite funny. I'm worried the mat's going to move as well.
Okay, there's definitely going to need to be some protection there.
That strike was good though.
That was perfect strike. It was just like, it came back off the wall at
Okay.
like 100 miles an hour. So we need like something to absorb the power of the ball.
There's two options, isn't there? I
Yeah.
mean, first thing we could do is maybe hang something across here.
What club was that you just hit there?
That was a 7-iron, but it was
And
pretty low.
Hit pretty much in the middle of here. Like it does launch out quite low. So I think if we just had a barrier, like.
Could we
to
just put that one chair there?
Why don't we try it?
Okay. Right, test number 1. But then you've got to be like really, really on target.
You do, yeah.
What if I swing?
Yeah, that's enough.
I'm not going to hit it, am I?
No, you're not going to hit anything there.
Ooh, okay.
Give that a go. Okay, that was a bit chunky, but it worked.
What did it hit? Did it hit the...
It hit the chair and
You
then
sure?
like propelled up. Yeah.
Guys, second shot, we might have just hacked
We might have found something here.
I'm just worried if it goes too high.
Yeah, see, it's always just going to do that and then settle back in the chair.
I quite like that.
That's brilliant. So if your 7-iron's hitting like here, your wedge should be like here.
True. Depends if you're going to play a flap shot.
I get what you mean about it being like you're a little bit apprehensive.
I know, it's going to take a bit of time.
Yeah. See, that came out really thin and it hit
Oh, but
the
it hit,
bottom of
that's fine then,
So
as long
that's-
as this is like down. My mum made that for me, so that can be the target. Sorry,
Yeah,
Mum.
the mat's actually really good. It's not really moved off of that spot.
It moved a little bit for the one that I hit chunky, but
Yeah.
other than that, it was fine. 54 degree.
Okay.
So I have
second most lofted
second
club.
most lofted.
Goodness me, you almost wiped out the phone. Okay. The chair works for a couple of iron shots, but not for like wedges.
Okay, I think we just need, luckily, I am a collector of blankets. Therefore, we have got a lot of different ones that we can try.
She is a cozy gal.
She's a cozy gal.
That's not quite going to stretch, is it?
Well, I bet I've got a bigger one. So I think if we could just get...
Wow, I've never seen as big a blanket as this.
You've lived with this for like 3 years.
I didn't know it was this big. Okay.
I don't know what's happening next.
And then...
I've chosen the easy side.
That's not going to sit there, is it? And it's also too close to the wall. Because ideally you want a bit of a gap between that and the wall so that then it really, really absorbs the shock.
I get your point, but we don't have complete architectural freedom here. So we're going to have to work with what we've got.
Do you know what? I've actually come up with a really good idea. But I don't know if it's practical. You see that sofa? You could turn it on its side. Do you know what I mean? That would actually be perfect. It would be the perfect height. We may not have the architectural genius, but we have a bit of furniture.
Let's do it!
Why not?
Wait, let me move this one.
Oh yeah.
And we'll do a little swap. So it's like if you've got guests, it's like, sorry, you can't sit on our sofa, but you can have a little golf session. Oh, this is making me nervous. Okay.
Low-key think this is actually a great idea.
Low-key think this could work. I think it probably needs a blanket on it, right?
But then you could hang the blanket so that there's actually more absorption protection there.
We're on it,
so get blue blanket.
Specifically blue.
Just because it's huge.
We did not do that in time in this life.
It's okay. This is not an aesthetic process. This is just a very rough process as to our potential golf studio.
Hey, it also doesn't knock over because this is me trying to push it. We don't have a sofa, but we might have an indoor practice range.
What do you need a sofa for when you have a practice range in your living room though? That is the big question.
Exactly. I'm just worried about it going wrong. I'm not sure how it's going to go wrong, but let's see.
The thing is, like, I don't think it's going to fall over from like you hitting a golf ball.
No.
It's
I
tried
to push it over and it wouldn't fall. Hey!
I think we're on to a winner there.
The one reservation I have is that if we shank it, it's going straight into my work laptop. But I mean, we might have just come up with the most ingenious invention ever. So maybe I won't need a work laptop anymore.
The thing is, from this close in, even if you hang the club face open quite a lot, you're still going to hit like here. Sure. And it's going to bounce out.
Okay, it's all right. You got to go slightly down the grip just because that's like a centimetre or so off the floor. I think that's fine. I don't think we're going to get much better than that,
I think
to be
that's
honest.
really good. The only thing is, like, on that one, you looked like you slipped a little bit.
Me?
A little bit, yeah.
What, with my feet or with...
Well, with your feet a little
I am wearing slippers, as you'll see.
This is true.
Might need
Maybe
to put my
once
golf
we
shoes
put
on.
golf shoes.
Oh, you want to see my new golf shoes? No problem. I was meant to be buying Cam some stuff and I slipped and fell and bought myself stuff instead. I still bought Cam some shoes so it's fine. But we have little matching shoes now.
In the most manly box possible.
They're so nice.
Got like little his and hers shoes.
Yeah, because they're like the same kind of colourways, but slightly different. Mine's got this like camo.
Yours are like a little bit chaotic.
It's like me.
It's like a visual representation of you, whereas mine are like classic, calm,
collected.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can deal with the chaos.
I do that quite well on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
That literally, I would have. Cam. This is just a little alignment stick holder. You pop your alignment stick in and it stands up and you can do practice drills with it.
It's quite heavy duty, that thing, as well.
You might have noticed that my hair is a little bit shorter because Cam cut it for me about 10 minutes before we started doing this, so.
Man of many talents. Some may describe me. That works really well. You know when you're like a kid and you're like talking about your dream house? This springs to mind.
For a start, I guess, if you manage to set up a little indoor range, one of the things that you can do is work really heavily on your drills. I mean, I'm gonna set this up. So the alignment stick is the same angle as my club because if you've watched any of our other R2+4 videos, you'll know about our swing changes. Both Cam and I go like that with our clubs when on your backswing. Basically, ideally, you want the club to be hiding sort of where your hands are. So a lot more upright for both of us. But basically what I would do with this as the actual drill is you really focus on taking it back, checking that you're happy with where your hands are. Same on the downswing, because you want the club to kind of follow where it went on the upswing unless you're trying to shot shape it. And then it just comes down. And once you've done a few of those, you move it out of the way and just hit your normal shots. I think if you're brave enough, you can hit them with the alignment stick there. I try and do that every so often at the range with really, really slow swings, but I'm not sure if here, with sort of our limited space, if it's the best thing.
You honestly look like you've got more space than a driving range bay.
It's okay. I'm gonna keep that like there.
Just
maybe.
as like a visual.
As a visual.
Awesome.
This is gonna be great for like cold winter. Couple things that we realized. Number one, I was taking the mick out of Cam for wearing his glove, but actually when you hit that many shots, you still do need a glove even though it's inside.
It's really warm.
It does, yeah.
In the winter, we won't need any heating at all. We'll just hit balls until we get warm.
We also worked out that you do have to be pretty precise with your shots. You have to strike it well and hit a good shot for it to actually catch it in the thing. So, which is good, like you're getting feedback.
Exactly. It's going to make you hit a really small target area there, which is really what you want, because you want to go to the course and like be really precise with your start lines.
Yeah. The other thing we found is that lots of people are taking a lot of interest for the windows because it's got kind of dark now, so people are like looking in, which is quite funny.
Almost every single person that walks past is like looking at us.
When we're stood hitting these shots, it's quite cool. And then we also set up the putting mat. To be fair, like you could literally just have a carpet and it would be the same thing. This is our friend, she bought it and it has all like the cool kind of little bits so you know how far it is. I would say that even with a putting mat like this, like it's not representative, like 6 foot on here isn't actually a 6 foot putt like out on the golf course.
No, this is a lot faster than the actual greens out on the course.
Yeah, it will be way faster.
But it's nice to practice your stroke because it's flat and it's a very straight putt as well.
I was just about to say this, so
it's got this line through the middle of it as well that just really gets you in a good place for your stroke.
I think everything indoors, it's all like stroke orientated and like position orientated. Obviously nothing that you're doing can be results based.
Not at all, no.
So
it's all just like technique work at this point. Like indoors, you can't really work on too much with like your ball striking and stuff there. But what you can do is the swing positions.
Exactly. So my favorite putting drill is the Tiger Woods drill. And obviously if you had grass, you would just put the tees in so that they go in the ground. But if your carpet is flat enough, pass.
Straight in the hole as well.
So the idea with this drill, it's quite a common one. It's like dubbed the Tiger Woods putting drill because he supposedly uses it all the time. You put your tees in like this so that they're actually physically in like a tee. Obviously ours are upside down just because we don't have ground. And you do your putting stroke and you want to make sure that your putter doesn't hit the tees.
I used to always make this super impossible and it was like, it would like almost touch the sides of my putter.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can start quite wide and then just narrow it up.
Yes, exactly. Good part. Oh, you're a bit good at this. Can I have a go with mine?
Absolutely.
Mine's maybe a little bit thinner. Whoop.
Just purely the position of the stroke, isn't it?
Yeah, like are you being successful with the drill or not? That's what matters. Oh, that was a nervy one. We actually have the stripe balls somewhere. That sums up the kind of couple we are, isn't it? That on the desk in our room is a golf ball. That was a better stroke. In the hole. Ooh, that wasn't very good.
Not such a great roll.
No. If you don't have one of these stripe balls, obviously you can just draw on like a big line. And basically, if you hit it flush, you hit it in the center with no side spin, the ball is gonna roll really nicely and you're gonna continue to see like that.
Oh yeah, that rolled nice.
You continue to see the line all the way through it. If you hit it with side spin, you kind of saw that. You see how it like wobbles at the end? It's actually hard to miss hit, but then I get them going bad all the time. It just tells you if you're hitting it square on or not. So you know if it's your aim or if it's your starting point. Oh, see, that was a bad one. You saw like the... Yeah, pretty good. And so if you have that nice roll, you know if it's how you're lining
I actually made like a homemade one of these before these came out like ages and ages ago.
I reckon that's probably why they made them because they knew it was something that was in demand and people were doing.
You have one of those half and half balls.
I know what you mean, yeah.
This is a really cool ball to play around with. Gives you just like instant feedback. And I guess you could set up little drills as well. You could bring in a putting mirror, like an alignment stick.
We do
anything
have
like
a
that.
mirror somewhere, but I don't know where
I
it's
think it's
from.
in the car.
Nah, I don't want to go to it.
But you could have like an alignment stick or anything like that for what you're working on in your putting stroke. And then you can just dial it here, because actually out on the putting green is probably like one of the worst places to practice.
What, 'cause
because
all the bumps
you've got all the
and so
bumps,
much
all
going
the
on,
uncertainties, where if you know this is flat and you know it's a straight putt,
Yeah.
you can practice your stroke on that, and then when you're out on the course or out on the practice green, then that's where you're practicing your green reading and that kind of thing. But this is just like a straight back, straight through.
See if you can hold this one. Nice. Are we happy with our creation?
I'm absolutely delighted with this.
Ta-da!
Covers just about every part of the game.
I know!
Yeah, it's as like budget friendly you can get.
I know, it's
to,
very
like,
budget friendly.
a golf simulator, in that we've just made it with a sofa, and then the really only hardware bits that we've got are the mat and the putting mat
And the foam balls.
and the foam balls.
I think we get some food, we get a podcast on, and then this is just the rest of our night.
Perfect. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Mission
very
successful for something that I was not sure was going to be successful.
Quite
in the
skeptical to
slightest.
start with, in that I didn't know if we'd have the right stuff to be able to make it work. But
It was
that
this
is-
thing, yeah. It was
Yeah,
this. That I
you didn't think it was going to work.
I didn't
when I was like, we could use the sofa, could we?
I'm proud of you. I'm really impressed.
I think it's worked quite well. I'm glad you're proud of me. I feel very accomplished.
I do as well. I think this has been a good little
Good little
challenge.
experiment. This is a big part of like where our success could come from on the golf course.
Especially because this is the warmest room in our house. I say that
It is.
we have 2 rooms in our house, but this is significantly the warmer of the 2. So this
It's
could
above
be
average.
very
Looking good.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'm so happy.
Good.
I'm really impressed with this.
Yeah.